Hello, my name is Jean Kropper in Sydney, Australia. As a person who works in a creative business, I'm interested in how other creative people work and what their lives look like. Today, I'm talking to author Dana Peters in New Hampshire, which is in the Northeast US. Hello, Dana. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Has it snowed there yet?
We're supposed to get snow tonight, so I'm very excited about that.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. Well, it's kind of fun talking halfway around the world to you.
I know it.
Okay. How many books have you written now?
I have written three that are published, one that let me backtrack. I've written four, three are published, one I just literally finished and is currently going through the editing process.
Okay. And when exactly did you finish that?
I finished it literally at 12:08 in the morning on December 31st, 2022.
Oh, wow. So it's just done. Okay, that's
Yes.
marvelous. Okay. And how would you describe your books? Are they mysteries?
I would say they're sort of, I like to call them romantic thrillers.
Okay. All right.
I will also say I kill people, but there's romance in it, and it's not blood and gutsy or anything like that. It's a part of the story though, but I would call them romantic thrillers.
Okay. That's intriguing. Yeah. And when you write, what does your day look like?
Because I'm not a morning person, so my day itself does not even begin usually until about 11 in the morning. So I usually sit down to write anywhere from 1 to 3 in the afternoon, and then I write until as a rule 7 or 8 o'clock at night, sometimes longer. Obviously, if it's going really well, like the other night, I couldn't stop. I had to keep going, but generally I'll write from anywhere from 4 to 6 hours
Okay.
depending on how it's going. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yep. So I should not call you at 8 in the morning.
No. Not if you want to live. Not if you don't want to be a character in my next story.
Yeah, I had a friend years ago, and she said that she got up at the crack of noon. I rather like the
Yes.
sound of that.
Yes, I can relate to that. Yes, that would be me. Yes.
And you drink tea or coffee?
Gallons of coffee. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah, okay. And do you ever sit there and stare at a blank page? Is that something that you struggle with?
No, never. I've been really, really lucky. I actually do not sit down to write until I have something to say. So I will think about it for a while. Usually, as silly as it sounds, when I wake up in the morning, I think today I'm going to write, and then I immediately start thinking about it. So when I actually sit down with my coffee and I turn on my computer, I already have a plan, or I have something. So no, I've been really lucky, knock on wood. I don't ever stare at a blank page.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
very
great.
excited about that too. I'm pretty proud of that, I have to say.
And do you plan out stories before writing? Do you plot out an outline for books, or do you write as you go? What's your process?
I generally write as I go. I have, for each book that I write, it has a separate little notebook that I'll scribble notes in throughout the time. Um, so I start off with something, a little idea, and then it just kind of goes, and I let it go where it wants to go, and then I rein it in a little bit, and I edit when I write. So I'm changing things as I go. And I keep in my notebook, I'll write down notes about where I want this character to go, or why did this character do that in the first place and stuff. So I don't do an outline per se, but
Yeah,
I keep very good notes. I
terrific.
know a lot of people that do outlines, but they've never, I have to say, the one time I tried to do an outline, it so did not work.
Yeah. Well, everybody has their own process, so it's just
Yes,
interesting to hear about yours, and I think that's something that you have to be true to because that's
yes,
what makes it work.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yep,
Okay.
I definitely don't, when people ask me, how do I write? There's no right or wrong to how do you write. Everybody, as you said, has their own way, what works better for them, what doesn't, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm just thinking of how can people get in touch with you? You've got a Facebook page, is that right?
I do. It's Mountaintop Writer on Facebook. And I'm doing better at posting more often, but anybody that has a question or anything can certainly find me through there, and I will always answer.
Good.
Yes,
Okay. So Mountaintop Writer on Facebook, and it's Dana
yes,
Peters. So thank
yes.
you very much for talking to us today.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it a lot.